no one knows. We're going we're going Do you dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown.
Hi, everyone. How's it going today? I am so behind today, obviously. What am I, like, at least an hour behind my normal live stream time? At least an hour. I don't even know. And it's because my day has been absolutely wild. And of course, it has to be wild on the 7 month. I don't even want to call it an anniversary. I've been calling it the 7 month mark all day. It's tragically sad to think that we're here for another month. It's terribly sad, but just please give me a moment because I need to go. Melissa, I see that you're here, and I totally what? Whatever. I totally meant to put the link to your document in my show notes, which I will do afterwards, but I haven't done it yet. But what I want to do is I want to put it I want to pin the link, but I can't do it from StreamYard. So I have to do it from, I don't want to be on, Hmm. I'll have to do it from YouTube. So I'm going to, just a sec. You might hear an echo for just half a second. Opening. Oh, good. Look at me. I've got my Charmaine open and I'm watching myself and weird. But what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to go to my community and I want to get that document link. But I don't think, damn, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to pin a comment. Can a mod do it? Maybe. Can a mod do it? Can a mod put the link to the document in the chat and then pin it? Are you able to do that? I don't even know. But I do have the document and it's here and it's open and I better shut this live stream off on Charmaine's channel because I don't know. Let me know if my internet is kind of spotty. We made a realization today that we're renting a duplex, both sides, and both sides have internet. And on this side, we're connected to the other side's internet. So I could probably get a better connection if I just connected to our internet, which is like right outside this door. But if it's good, I'm going to leave it for now. So think it's just the appearance of the document. We're gonna look at it. I've got a ton of stuff to go through. As busy as I've been today, I've been doing my best to try to keep up with my messages and the information and suggestions that are coming in. It's fantastic to see it all coming in, but today was just an absolutely crazy day. So I would say my hellos. Hello to Mary. Harley is here as well. Hi, Sarah and Henry. AI, hi. There she is. Jane, hi everyone. Sending love and light. We're never going to give up. light the candles, which reminds me, I haven't lit my candle yet. Crazy day. I will light it here in front of you all. Jane, thank you for gifting a membership. That's so nice of you. That's very kind. Thank you. And a $5 super sticker. Jane, you're so nice. Thank you. Hi, Lynn and Jane. I know you don't want people to reply about your birthday, but I did see that. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here. This is about Jack and Lily, but I appreciate you spending some time on your birthday with us. Um, I see legal. Oh, see legal got that membership. So awesome. Hi, Marie Antoinette. Great to see you. And Deanna, hi. Oh, 7 months, 214 days. Today, Jack and Lily went missing. We won't give up until they are brought home. We love you, Jack and Lily. No other case has had me as upset as this one. You know what? And Deanna, you're not alone. A lot of the messages that I got today were just people that are extremely frustrated and sad and emotional. And even though these aren't our kids, I think we all feel like surrogate family to them. We, we truly want them to be found. It's sad. It's so sad. Hey, Leanne. Or Leanne, sorry, I'm sorry. Hey, Carrie. Snowing and blowing there? Where are you? I can't remember. Um, who else? Prayers for Jack and Lily, absolutely. Every day, but today, special thanks. Hopefully everybody was able to draft their letter and send it in, email it in. Um, obviously, I don't think we're going to see any results from that, but just to kind of make the 7-month mark a little bit louder than we have been. 40 to 50 centimeters. So we got a lot of snow yesterday, and then today is the last mild day for temperatures. It's gonna dip down and gonna stay in the mid to high -20s. So and that's without the wind chill. I live for my two beautiful sons and my grandson, and this case is so sad. You're very blessed. Jack and Lily did not deserve whatever happened to them, right? Bad weather in Newfoundland. Yeah. Hey, Jamie. Good to see you. I don't know if you've been here before. Actually, your name sounds familiar. I don't know if it's familiar from Sunny's channel or this one, but thank you for being here. Hey, Wolfie. Yes, yes, it's about Jack and Lily. It's about Jack and Lily every day and missing children. We're not going to stop. I'm going to Crazy Town when we ticket. I knew it. I had a suspicion. Hey, CJ, calm before the storm here on the Isthmus. You're overseas, I believe. I wish I was better at geography. Hey, Ann. And who else do we have? I've missed you. I'm sorry. Trying to get my shit together. Allie, Allison. Serendipity. Did you just change that? I did not do a lot of updating, just trying to tweak it because so Melissa was watching the replay last night and she realized what we were seeing, and apparently that's not at all what the document looks like or what she intended it to look like. So she went in and she did some more work on it, and we're going to have a look. I have not had time to have a look, but we will have a look. Hopefully, Ahmad, grab that link. I can grab the link. Oh no, I can't do that. Oh, here, yeah, I can. I can put the link in the chat, but then if somebody can pin it, if it's possible, like, I don't know, see if it's possible. Melissa, are you a mod? Because if you're not, you should be. You're not. Sakes. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, give me a bit and I'll fix that. And Brookie Cookie Butterfly, good to see you. Still no answers. Yeah. Hey, Nana and Sharon. Oh, Heather Marie, great to have you here. Love and light from Southern Indiana. Did I see you at all during the Delphi case? I might have. Just the facts, ma'am. Explore, great to see you. I did not. I haven't seen you for a while, so it's good to see you. I am feeling better. I still have a little tickle, but it's not running up to my ear anymore. So my babies are my number one. So I sent one letter, then found out it may be to the wrong person. There's no wrong person, just anyone in the government. There was the premier, and it wasn't the wrong person. If you went to the person that was in the template, that's fine too. Murphy's Law. Yes, that was my day. Bringing honor and respect for Jack and Lily. Hey, Crystal and Betty Knight and Damien. Hi. I don't mean to sound so like defeated when I'm reading your names today. I'm trying to get through this because we do have a lot. Not that I'm not in a rush, but I know it's later on the East Coast and I don't want anybody to have to miss anything to go to bed. So, just trying to. Hey, Shy. Good to see you. Found your way back. And Melissa. Great to see you. Hey, Sharon. That is Catter. Who else? Picto Bub. Hey, Diesel Weasel. Hey, Ron Mexico. Hi. Am I in Nova Scotia? No, sir. No, ma'am. Hey, Seawood. And body moving. Body moving. Love it. Hey. Graham Tim. Great to see you. Half of us have liked the live. Well, there's nothing to like yet. I get it. I get it. Hey, Nancy. And Violet. And Sailor Moon. Weird, I had to back out and open the app again to get the chat to work. Hello, Charmaine. Hey, it's illegal. 7 months has passed. Barrett Opera, great to see you. Lacey Frankie, hi. Jackie, great to see you. Just got done shoveling. Don't even get me started on shoveling. Okay, like I said, we rent this duplex and it's 2 sides. I'm the only woman here. Okay, there are men trampling in and out of both sides. So when I finally leave the house at noon, there's no reason why I have to shovel. Just saying. I don't mind usually, but that's just kind of baloney. I sent a letter in. We should continue to do it and hopefully get more and more people each time. Yeah. And somebody was good enough to take it and post it on Facebook as well. So, I mean, there's no telling how many people did it, but, you know, I mean, hopefully the message gets there that we're all watching, we're all paying attention, we're all like seriously waiting and truly, truly searching for information and answers. Yeah. Hey, Mama Angie, Colleen, great to see you. Hi, Johnny. April Lambert. No, you're not a mod, but I am going to fix that. Hey, Snake Pants. Back to see Nova Scotia. Francis, great to see you. Hey, Anne. It's Sky Painter. Sky Painter shipped that bench from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast in under a week. So good job, Sky Painter. Thank you for being here. Hey, Star Child. Okay, and Bev, Cindy B, Breaking Beats. Good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. I don't think that was confirmed. I missed something. I'm sorry. All right. Hey, Daphne. Okay. So, what do I want to do first? I was just looking around. I was snooping around, and I happened to find that Mike had done a new video today. I haven't had time to watch it, but I would like to, if you guys don't mind. Just not just because, but I am I need to find that link. I gotta put Melissa as a mod, and then this will give me time to do it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Videos 9 hours ago. Okay. Just a sec. Pause. Unmute. Make it big. And I do have some, it's not new information, but I have new pictures to show everybody. It was really good of Daniel to share some pictures in light of the 7-month mark. He's still out of social media for the time being. I have absolutely no information for you on that, but I do have some more pictures of Jack and Lily to share with you, courtesy of Daniel. But in the meantime, before we get to that, so I can get my shit together, get my candle lit and everything else, I'm going to play this video. We're going to watch Mike together. Again, if you have not subbed to Mike, please go and do so, because he's doing well. I haven't looked at how many subs he has yet, but current comment. I'm going to mute myself, and then we're going to watch it. Here we go.
Okay. Thinking about Jack and Lily again. And I have been searching the roads using the Google Street View images. And this time I was looking along Concord Road, Street View images. And like a lot of the roads around this Concord Road isn't fully done in Street View. It has occurred to me that a lot of the roads, especially the non-artificial surfaces in the area, they've never been done by the Google Street View before. And it kind of makes me think that they were included as a help actually in the search for Jack and Lily in some way. I do think that there's some form of influence has happened to that effect. I could be wrong, but it's just the appearance I get. As far as the actual images go, every 360 image, every 10 meters, they're all checked, as far as I can tell, by humans. To a certain degree, you'll notice like faces are blurred, names are blurred, and other things as well, as in times and indications of dates and stuff like that. They're blurred. Also stuff as in, if a little animal meets its end on the road, they'll blur that as well. Yeah. Anyway, I'll continue on with this little review of Concord Road, and I'll come back here in a few minutes. Okay, Concord Road, and we'll start on the most southern end of it. I have the map orientated for north is up. And with this, Concord Road is about 5 miles long, and the last mile isn't actually on the Street View. They didn't drive down there, or they didn't get data. Yeah, very rural, a lot of farmland along here, and there's forestry entrances like most roads in the area. Also the train tracks parallel to it for quite a length, and it does come very close to the middle river of Pictou in a few places. And these places would have typically be no dumping signs, like in that area there. It seems to be a problem. And on a few of the Street View images, there is debris visible in these areas where stuff has been discarded into the river. There's another section there. It would have the same. As you can see, the middle river is still full of fallen trees. And this image I think was last year. Yeah. And to continue on, where do we go? That's the Middle River Road. We get up here as far as Concord Bridge, and I'll just show a bit of that on Street View, because you probably heard a lot about Concord Bridge. Okay, this is Concord Bridge, and we're on the eastern side of it, looking north. And this is back in August. As you can see, very little water in it back then. There's the other side, southern end of it. Could literally walk in that and you wouldn't even get your knees wet. It's an old bridge. But as I was saying earlier, I did see debris in the Middle Pictou River previous to this, and with the flooding of late and the high water levels, likely any of that debris has been pushed further down the river. I didn't see anything of the children. I think no clues. So I'll continue on. Yeah, I'm into forestry here with a lot of forestry entrance type area, a lot of felled and fallen trees. Continuing on up, same thing, a lot of forestry on the northern end of it. That's up here where it meets Simpson Road, that the Street View ends. Okay. Yeah, so that's for Concord Road. Maybe I've said this before, but to me, like this kind of remote searching as such, it could be seen as a kind of a river search, if you like, because you can't really clear an area. You're basically only just looking at what you can see. Do you know what I mean? As in anything could be missed. Because you can only see what the camera sees. You can only see every 10 meters. Only a certain amount into the forestry and into the hedgerows and the rivers and stuff. So you can never say, or I can never say, that an area is cleared, because there could be evidence turn up on any of the roads I've checked or will check. Yeah, in case I didn't say it already, a big thanks to Charmaine for showcasing some of my stuff. It's very nice of her. She's a heart of gold. It's in the right place, looking for Jack and Lily. And thanks for our subscribers for subscribing to me. I didn't expect it, but thanks very much. And I hope someday soon there's an answer for Jack and Lily. Take care and good luck.
People have not come forward to talk about.
Sorry, guys, one sec. So disorganized today. Wow. That was nice of Mike. He gave me a little shout out. That was nice of him. So yeah, go over and sub up to Mike. He's working hard, you know, he does really good to me. He takes information and he's reanalyzing things that we already know. And we like that. We like that here. Some people think it's redundant, but I do. I definitely do appreciate it. So let me share this. Here is one of the pictures that Daniel sent to share with everybody of Jack and Lily. I feel like we've seen similar pictures before, but not this one specifically. It was sent today. And you know, they're absolutely precious. And that's what today is all about, Jack and Lily. And so I wanted to show one before we move on to what do I want to do first? There is a few things that I think are important to hit on today because it's 7 months. And I was sent a poem today that was written by Addie V. I cannot show the I cannot show the email itself because it has her real name in it. And I was behind what wall? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? There should be absolutely nothing behind any kind of payroll. I found my buy me a coffee too, but I don't know. Feel awkward. But anyways, I don't know what you mean by behind a wall. Where was the photo taken? I don't know. I don't know. It's not this, I mean, because he allowed or not allowed, I guess, but because he shared pictures, it doesn't mean that he's talking a whole lot still. So pictures, and I think it's good to know and to realize that it's quite possible that Daniel has not given up on finding Jack and Lily or whatever you think. He hasn't given up on the case. It looks to me like he might have given up on social media as a whole. But I do believe he will be back. But for now, let me read this poem by Addie V. The title is Innocence. Two little souls just beginning their lives. What were you feeling on that last fateful night? Sorry. Was it love? Was it fear? Was it confusion or betrayal? While it was lies, excuses, and alibis, it should have been hugs and kisses and lullabies. Early to bed and early to rise, with such joy and wonder in those little eyes. Oh, the adventures you had ahead of you. Hurry up, Jackie, and don't forget your shoes. The time on this earth may have been short, but peace and joy has replaced any hurt. Life should have been kinder to little ones, just running and skipping and having fun. Two little siblings holding each other tight as you were called home on that last night. Lily was saying, "Wait, Jack, I'm coming too." Sweet babies, love is something given, not asked for, as you will be loved forever by many. Thank you, Addie. That was very nice. And I will put it in a nicer form and we will put it up on the community page. But that was beautiful. Thank you, Addie. Thank you for sharing that with me and giving me permission to read it. And there was, oh man, you guys, I wish I could have my day back so that I could be a little bit more prepared because people were lighting candles and saying a prayer for Jack and Lily. And I did have all the best intentions in the world of sharing things that I could, that I was allowed to, which, I mean, that wasn't too many of them, but I mean, where to go from here? after that poem. I feel like moving on to other things after reading that poem seems a little ingenuous, but we're here to raise awareness. We're here to support each other. And I am going to, um, okay, I'm going to open the document. So what Melissa has done is she has made it available for download so that we can see it how she sees it. You can now download this. I'm just trying to open my PDF. And we will have a look and make sure it's how Melissa intended it. Hey, Ori, and everybody else that's here. I appreciate you being here. So here we go. Again, Lily 6 and Jack 4, missing since May 2nd, 2025. Meet the family. Here's Belinda and the kids. Oh, it doesn't look like it's Daniel Martel. Where's the sidebar? Okay, so it looks to me, Melissa, like I can only download whatever tab I'm on at that particular moment. Yeah, this is downloaded. This is my own PDF program. So it's too bad. Let me see here. Let me stop sharing this one because this is introduction of the family. And so it downloaded 8 pages and that's what it looks like, Melissa. And so to share the whole thing, you have to go in, I think, and like for us to see the whole thing as you intended it, we have to go in and download each tab separately. But for now, let's just have a look because I know you did other tweaks just to see if it would show up better. So let me have a look, see here at Lily's page. Oh, you said there's supposed to be 2 per row. Is that right? Well, Jack. It looks different. Photo gallery. Prayers for Jack and Lily. Honestly, Melissa, there's really nothing wrong with the way this looks. It was just when you get into the information, it was cut off at the side. So, I mean, that was the only thing that we were struggling with yesterday, but it looks like that's been dealt with, so yeah, this is much better, whatever you did. So yeah, it is much better. Let me hit chat for just a few moments, and while I do that, I'm gonna put up another photo that Daniel sent. Where did Meadow sleep? From my understanding, they had a crib set up in the master bedroom with Daniel and Malaya. Sounds like 2-bedroom trailer, right? So the other bedroom was set up with a partition for Jack and Lily, and then Meadow was in with Daniel and Malaya. Yeah, it's strange, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with the way it looks, and it's much easier to read now, obviously, and it was just simply we couldn't see that it was cut off on the end. That's all. And now even better still, right? So I think it's fantastic. Um, that looks great, and everybody, you should be you should be going and looking at the. I'm sorry, that poem really got to me. Thank you again, Jane. That's so very kind of you. If you got that membership from Jane, please say thank you and make sure you pay it forward somewhere, somehow. Um, I don't know, buy a stranger a coffee or something. Sometimes I like to do that. Pay for the person's order behind me in the drive-thru or something. Uh, you never know whose day you'll change, you know. What are you guys talking about? This is so very disjointed today, you guys. Hey, thanks for being here. And Ash, this is so amazing. I know she had to take a lot of time to do this. It's so awesome. Yes. Yes, it was day and night for weeks and weeks that Melissa was on this, and she was listening to interviews. She was listening to those Janie clips at nauseum, you guys. She was transcribing everything. So, like crazy. And that's why it kind of, I know it didn't bother her as much, but it really kind of bothered me that the RCMP didn't even want to look at it. Because if they have somebody monitoring social media, then that means that it's important to them what happens on social media. And this is massive work of art, if you ask me. Did Daniel say it was a 3-bedroom? Oh, his kids had the third? Okay. Okay. We can be just jointed today, Charmaine. Yeah, it's just an off day. I really want to know your honest thoughts on Daniel, and do you think he is involved? Listen, I'm not one to sit here and accuse people when I wasn't there. I have no idea. However, when your kids are missing, your stepkids, whatever, are missing, and you're giving statements and you're putting yourself on social media, there's no reason to lie. There's no reason to be inconsistent without coming out and clearing up those inconsistencies after the dust settles, because I don't care who you are. If something like this traumatic happens to you, even after a week or 2 weeks, and like I said, when the dust settles, you are going over the events and over them and over them and over them. Even Janie took notes at some point, right? I don't think it was to keep her story straight, but I would do the same thing. I would write things down. I would want to remember everything that I did, every person that I came into contact with, Wednesday, Thursday, everything that happened if I was absolutely innocent. And the last thing I would do would be to go out on social media and put out false information or things that don't add up, and people point them out to you and just completely ignore them. So, although I don't want to believe that Daniel has anything to do with this, I wasn't there. And in my mind, people lie for 2 reasons. They lie to protect themselves or they lie to protect other people. And that was my question from the get-go. Why are we lying? Why are we lying? And that statement includes Janie. Why are we lying? I mean, if you ever wondered if Janie is lying, open the document, you guys. Go to their tabs. Melissa's got inconsistencies. You can go and you can read what they said. You can watch videos. You can get a timestamp on certain live streams to see how they chatted. You can go and watch the Janie clips. It's all there. We're not making any of this up. There's a reason why people lie, and there's a reason why people have vague memories in a situation like this, especially 7 months in. Because you, as a worried parent, you would be going over and over and over it until you figured out every single person you came into contact with, until you figured out every move, everything. So that's what I'm going to say. Hi, Mike. Thanks for the shout out. That was super nice. Hopefully, are you close to 1,000 yet? Hopefully you're getting there. Janie, Daniel, Malia, please have a heart, tell the truth, the entire truth about about Jack and Lily, where they are, what happened. I've been saying it for months. Just clear it up. Just clear this stuff up. If you're innocent, just clear it up. Because I don't want to blame you. I don't want to think these terrible things happened to the kids, but something happened to them. They are not in the woods. And they're not on a reservation. And First Nations are not behind the disappearance. They're just not. However, that brings me to another point, just really quickly, and I don't want to talk about Durwood today. But something was mentioned to me, and I mean, you guys are great at brainstorming for yourselves, right? And then you'll message me, and somebody messaged me today and said, is it possible that, so we don't know, but we've been told that Patty approached Durwood 2 weeks before to go and try to intervene and get Malaya and the kids out of the trailer. She wanted to leave Daniel. Patty was worried about abuse, whatever, whatnot. So is it possible when the kids disappeared, is it possible that Durwood, the reason why he automatically thought Malaya or Cindy or somebody, was it because of that concern of Patty's that he automatically thought that the family must have done it? And he went, and I'm convinced that he's the one that told them that theory scenario. But is it possible that that's where it came from? I'm not giving him any, you know, he gets 0 breaks here. But that was a good point, and it's possible. But why not just say that? Why not just say it? Because I would understand that. It's still not reasonable to me to stick with it for 7 months, but I would understand where it came from. Has anyone seen this weird Mallory guy that apparently lives near Daniel? Yes, we have. He went offline, but still took the time to share pics with Charmaine. I don't know, looks like he cares to me about the kids and not their mother. I'm confused. Yes. And that's my thing, and I had a feeling that he would share pictures. I don't think that he's completely checked out of the case, but I do, and I can't say I blame him, think that he's checked out of social media for now. And I do hope that he comes back a little bit better, a little bit more clear mind, and ready to clear some of those things up. If he's truly innocent, he should be able to clear this stuff up. Just, hopefully he's taking this time to go over the events of those 2 or 3 days and figure it out, and then come back and tell us the truth. 7 months today, we are all disjointed today. I learned from you, Shar, and changed me. I do not judge anything anymore. You have brought light to an awful situation, and the hate is gone. Jane, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm very emotional today too, so that was a very sweet thing to say. Thank you. I did not come on to YouTube with the intention of changing anybody or changing anybody's mind. I wanted to hear from all of you because everybody has such great thoughts, and you just get sick of the toxicity. And I said this case is like a vacuum. We were getting all this bullshit just fed into us, but we weren't letting it out anywhere. We were just breathing in the bullshit. And I had to get away from it. and give everybody a clean slate. Unfortunately, it did not help my opinions to change my opinions, like deep down opinions, but it did shed some light on a lot of other things, just going back over some of the stuff. Who has common sense? Thanks for being here, Mariska. I agree, but sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Yeah, I don't get why Jack and Lily couldn't have their own rooms when Daniel's kids were there 4 days a month, and those 4 days should have been fun sleepovers. That's, I mean, normal, right? But yeah, I don't know. Even have a girls' room and a boys' room, right? One for Lily and Raina, and the other one for Jack and Arlo. You know, it's sad to say it's a little too late, but there were better ways, absolutely. Or both. I fucking wish I had any idea what you guys were talking about. Okay. I just didn't like what he said about that lady saying she was going to kidnap the 2 kids. Okay, so, Bullet. Are you new here? So Shannon's parents reached out to me, and they were good enough to answer some questions, and Shannon, I mean, she was in a bad spot back then. She is recovering addict, but she recalls making some kind of offhand comment about kids who were abused and neglected and wishing she could take them and take care of them. And Vincent said, "You can't do that. That would be kidnapping." That's not the same thing. And that's taken completely out of context. And no disrespect to Vincent, but I don't think he's mentally well. And the other part of it is it was in 2022. Jack and Lily were nowhere near Gerlach Road in 2022. And nowhere near Lansdowne in 2022. So that's why this channel is where we're at with the Vincent and Shannon information, because I've talked to Shannon's parents and I believe them, and even the things that Vincent said corroborate what Shannon's parents are saying. It's just a different perspective, and like I said, I don't think that Vincent is mentally well. Very refreshing. Inconsistencies, but not pertinent to the case. They were traumatized and trying to recall details. But it's still, I mean, full transparency, there's still no reason for them not to come out. And I would see it if I could see it if they were off social media altogether and just thought, screw this, I'm not doing that because, you know, it just looks bad. And then they disappeared from social media, except to raise awareness and post and whatever. But to continue adding on to the inconsistencies without clearing anything up. It's just it stacks, right? So some of it is not pertinent to the case, but some of it is. So, like I said, full transparency. My opinions have not changed, but my purpose here hasn't. So no, I can't get over it's been 7 months. Yeah. I remember getting somebody sent some. I was in Mexico, actually. I flew home on the 4th. And when the plane landed, I had messages in my messenger about this case, and I immediately reached out to Sunny. And a couple of days after that, we decided to do a live stream. Creator, I lift a prayer for Jack and Lily. I ask that they are held in safety and gentle light. If they're still out there, guide them home. If they have crossed over, welcome them with peace. You guys, stop it. The frustration has caused me to be feeling such anger so close to that next level. So this is a great place that we can all just love and still want the truth. Yeah. This information predates Daniel, and I think his information might even predate Daniel and Malaya's relationship starting. I could be wrong there, but it's not. Truth will bring Janie and Daniel able to see Daniel's children. That's another aspect to it that I don't think we fully, I don't want to say appreciate, but consider that he's still not able to see his other children either. So if he had information, I don't know. Actions speak louder than words. Yes. Love and respect my honesty. Thank you. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. I mean, no shade to anybody, to Vincent or anybody. He truly probably believes what he's saying. Unfortunately, I think there are people talking to him that are exploiting him and his illness. But it's just the timeline itself doesn't add up. And the fact that Shannon's parents spoke up, I believe them. I believe them. Who was in the trailer on May 1st after 4 p.m.? So we weren't there. And unfortunately, the people that could give us that answer are not reliable. However, I think that if Justin or anybody else was in that trailer, they would be at least mentioned in those court applications or court documents. Daniel is very forthcoming to a fault. It opens him up to attack from the podcasters. Mhm. For sure possible, but no excuse for speaking with such certainty and continuing to. Absolutely. 100%. That's what I said. He's still getting no grace, but it would explain a lot. And if it's that, then just say it. Say it so we can understand. Doesn't make what he's still doing okay, but it would probably put my mind to rest out. Why did he start that and not giving it up? Because it matters. The RCMP take photos of the children bedroom on May 2nd. Mary, I don't know. That's not something that we're gonna know. I don't think the inside of the house was treated like a crime scene. My opinion only. You were angry yesterday, but today you're somber. I've been getting more and more emotional. Pictures are wonderful, but I am concerned about Daniel's mental health. And I am concerned, just give us answers, please. I pray every day. I feel like I'm not gonna say it. Hey, Gran, that's what you were thinking? In Addie's opinion, Jack and Lily probably found comfort sharing a room. Charmaine, at least we have the right to have a difference of opinion on your platform. We also have the right to comment our opinions, right? Michelle, thank you for being here. Not 100% sure I've seen you before. If I have, no offense, it's my brain. It's not you, it's me. But absolutely, as long as you're respectful, I don't care what anybody thinks. It all matters. It all helps keep the conversation going, and why anybody would wanna censor their channel is beyond me. Hey, Tiger Girl, maybe they don't wanna sleep in separate rooms because they've been together yeah. It absolutely. Truly amazing, you're so beautiful, you are so loved. Thank you. Thank you. If these kids really were taken, God knows what they are going through. Please speak up with the truth. Thanks for being here, Betty. Here we go. Okay, wait a sec. Petition for Amber Alert reform, guys. That's another very important one. It's on my community page as well. It's actually called Darius's Law, but it's truly Amber Alert reform nationally. We need some kind of alert system for any kid that goes missing under any circumstances. Everybody needs to be alerted immediately. Immediately. Ask Chelsea. She never did get the vulnerable persons alert. She never got it. And there are many people that never got it in Nova Scotia, in that area. I had my kids in one room and my stepkids in a different room. It made them feel more comfortable, so I kind of get the different rooms. I do too. I mean, I get it, and I'm not judging. It is what it is. I don't know them. I don't know their family dynamic. Maybe they don't calm down with the other kids. That's perfectly, possible. I don't think Daniel's kids got along with Jack and Lily. Oh, really? I didn't hear that. I thought that uh, Lily followed Daniel's daughter around like, she wanted to do everything that she was doing, like just typical little girl with a older stepsister. You know, I didn't hear that, Seawood. This man is calling himself sex monster. He needs help, not encouragement or a response. I agree. I think it's on DTs, but he explained why. His two were used to each other. Jack and Lily were used to each other. It was all new to them. The kids felt better. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, that's probably very true. Um, Not new, but don't catch every video. I've been following this case since day one. Okay. I'm glad you found your way into chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you, One Odds, for being a member. I've got some ideas for a members live in December, like the 12 days of Christmas, starting a little bit earlier so we can wrap up the 12 days of Christmas around the 21st or so. But I'm trying to find like fun facts and stuff about Jack and Lily and Darius. And hopefully I reached out to Darius's auntie, and hopefully we'll have some members content. We'll share recipes and just a little bit more lighthearted, try to bring some Christmas spirit into this darkness that we're all in. Yeah, try anyways, but thank you so much. Our Lily hated bugs. If the kids walked into the woods with all the black flies and ticks biting the searchers, one would think that Lily would have been screaming. Yeah. And there was something else too. So Daphne had a live stream today with shenanigans, and it was great. It was awesome. They did a timeline, but I'm not sure, and I'm glad Melissa's here. Melissa, you could probably help me out with this because I've listened to the Janie clips many, 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 many times. And she was talking about a time where Jack was outside and he found a centipede. And Janie said, "Good boy, Jackie, keep looking, find another," whatever. They had that in the timeline as though it happened on, I can't remember, either Wednesday or Thursday. I don't think that's accurate. I think that was just a random story she told with no timeline attached to it. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, Melissa. I can look into it on my own too, but not that I don't think it's a fantastic timeline. Like, it's great. Um, I agree, Jane. Wasn't there just a sheet for a wall in the bedroom? They did have it divided, a partition. Yeah. But Daniel's other kids were there, I believe Shannon and her parents, though. Yeah, but they weren't there full time, and Daniel didn't live there either. Daniel lived in Furrow. I'd have to go back in my messages. But they just moved when they got together and they had to leave Patty's house. Um, that's when they moved into that trailer. Daniel wasn't living there. So watch Shannon's intervention. I did too. Very good show. Yeah. And I think that if it, I don't even want to say it, but I think that if she needs to, she will use her own voice. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully people just move on and realize that it's not connected to Jack and Lily's disappearance. I love your way of doing your podcast. You're calm and look at all possibilities, which is right, as none of us really know what actually happened. Somebody knows though, Bonnie. You just got to get to, yeah, you have to get to the root as to why Daniel feels he has to tell these ever-evolving stories. The root behind it is the answer. And how do you know, how, I don't know, we're all together for them, right? First snowfall for you guys. Maybe that's a sign. I'm going to have to pause and go get my Kleenexes, guys. This is ridiculous. I am emotional. There it is again, guys, the Amber Alert reform. If there's one petition that you need to sign, that's the one. It's just a matter of time before another child goes missing. Seriously. Remain and all in chat, sending group hugs to all. Thank you. I reached out to Belinda first thing this morning and I just told her, so much love and prayers going to her today. It's got to be so hard. And if Daniel is, if he is innocent and he's there, he's by himself, he's used to having this family. It cannot be easy being these people. It cannot be easy. But having said that, Belinda said it's a rough go today for sure, but she's okay. And while we're on the topic of Belinda, Jane, thank you again. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to go and get my Kleenexes, but while I'm on the topic of Belinda, I'm not gonna say where I got the picture from, but I've been asked to talk about Jack and Lily's belongings were packed up by request, and Daniel obliged. He packed them up. But from what I understand, he reached out to Belinda because the kids' Christmas stockings that were from Belinda were mixed in with their stuff. So he put them separate and he sent Belinda a picture and he said that he would give the stockings back to Belinda. And if Belinda's here, I'm hoping she can verify this information. But I've been asked to find out if it's still possible for Belinda to get these stockings. So there is Jack and Lily's belongings and their Christmas stockings that Belinda got them. And with that, I am going to leave the picture up and I need to take a few minutes. I'm going to go get a Kleenex and I will be back. Yeah, guys, so Malaya's family requested that Jack and Lily's belongings be packed up and sent to Malaya, and Daniel did that. No, it wasn't all put out for the trash. It all went to Malaya. And Daniel found their Christmas stockings that he knew Belinda had given the kids. And he took a picture and sent it to Belinda and said, "You can have these back." And Belinda wants them back and hasn't received them yet and is wondering if the offer still stands because she wants these back. So I'm hoping, because Daniel supplied pictures for us to show today, that he will be watching and he will reach out to Belinda and find somebody neutral that will take them to her, if possible. There's a lot of blue and pink in those bags, you guys. We will thank Daniel the day that Belinda gets those stockings back. Hopefully Belinda's here. She can just solidify that information that I've been given. So I don't know if these are the bags of laundry, but I do not think so. There's backpack in there. I see a book. These are simply their belongings. So I don't know if the laundry that we've heard so much about is in here. But from what I understand, they ended up going through the laundry, and I think that's how Daniel realized that, okay, she wasn't wearing that Barbie shirt because the Barbie shirt's right here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so hard, and I wish we could get answers to these difficult questions. That's all I've ever said, right? For the people that, and I know there are other creators that they know that I was talking to Daniel. They know that I had a line to communicate with him, and they wanted all these questions asked. And, that's not how you build, I don't want to call it a friendship, but that's not how you create a conversation, by asking these questions that are accusatory or throwing the inconsistencies in his face all the time. You can definitely ask him to clarify different things, but there's a respectful way to deal with people, because there's no proof of anything right now. And we don't know what the RCMP knows. So I have no reason to attack. And because I wasn't attacking him, he would reply to me. And he started using phone calls instead. Probably because he's afraid of screenshots. And not gonna lie, same. Like I said, let's hope that Daniel is watching this and he will get those, he will find a way to get those stockings back to Belinda. I'm just looking through chat, making sure. There we go. Hey, Delene. Thanks for being here. Hopefully Belinda comes here soon to confirm. I can confirm Daniel gave her this photo and said he'd get the stockings to her. Okay. Thank you for confirming, and hopefully Belinda will come in and be able to back us up. My messenger is going absolutely nuts, so I'm gonna take this heartbreaking photo down and I'm going to put up another cutie pie picture. I wish I could do two at once, but I can't. I'm gonna quickly check my messenger and see who's buzzing me, because maybe, possibly, perhaps. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's Belinda. She said, Charmaine, those are the bags that were sent to Malaya. He said she has the stockings now. Okay. Okay. How are we going to get those stockings from Malaya, guys? If anybody speaks to Malaya or any of her family, just ask her. I'm so sorry, Belinda. Yeah, I mean, of course. Yes, Belinda bought them for the kids. Their stockings, their Christmas stockings. We contact some Nova Scotia Pictou County ninjas. That's funny. Maybe Malaya has a heart. I'm sorry, the chat is moving a little bit faster than I'm able to keep up with today. Seawood said if Malaya would agree to give them to her, I'll go pick them up myself. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Marie, maybe Malaya has a heart and we just ask her. That's what I mean. Like, if anybody has a line to Malaya, Char, can you reach out to Daniel and I will pay for the postage for him to send them? Malaya has them. That was Belinda. Oh, Belinda's here. Lily's used to be my son's and I made Jack's. It's so sad. E99 to wire. No, there's no news. This is the 7-month mark. Yeah, you could. And maybe they're watching. I know that they do sometimes. Just wanted to blow me up too. Thanks, Gren. Oh, man. Needed the giggle, though. Thank you. Gren sent me a messenger message just to be one of the ones that's buzzing me. There's the final one that Daniel sent to share. Little Jack. I mean, there's always hope that we have answers by Christmas time, and there's always hope that Malaya will give what belongs to Belinda back to Belinda. It's not asking a lot at this point, I don't think. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So Melissa is going to add some messages to the document. Contact me since May 3rd. So yeah, it looks to me like a conversation between Belinda and Daniel. It'll be added to the document. So okay. Malaya has the stockings, Jane. So the belongings went to Malaya and the stockings went with them. What a mess. What a mess. All right. So I was going to go through this timeline. Somebody was very, very kind today to go through their Wednesday trip. And just because there were some questions. And I think I'm going to pull this up and we'll read it together and then it's a little bit disjointed like everything is today, but that's probably just my own mind. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I think, did I say that I could, when I share screen, I can zoom in? And I can't zoom in on a photograph, I believe. So, hello, where is it? There it is. I want to be able to zoom this in so everybody can see it. I'm going to share my screen again. I have to take that off. Share my screen. All right. See if you guys can make this make sense. Okay. Didn't Cheryl say the stockings weren't? I don't know. I have no idea, Daleen. Hey y'all, many blessings to you guys coming in late. Thanks for being here, laddie. Dear memories for Belinda. So out of the kindness of her heart and the spirit of love and compassion, Malaya should give them back. All the evidence is right there, and it's what's lacking that is the root and the oddities that occur the next morning after the midnight drives. Good night, Breaking Beats. Thank you for being here. TJ's mom, great to see you. Just reporting on a DT show, Janie stated that an above-ground pool was going to be given to them by a neighbor or relative. Trying to find that comment. Check the document. Ori, she's shown what her heart is made of. Believe her. I will. Are we just waiting for some stranger to find the kids? No, we're encouraging the RCMP to do their job. And our role in this, Patriot Girl, is to make sure that this case doesn't go silently away. We keep talking about it. We keep digging. We keep rehashing. We keep their names out there. That's all we can do. and I guess pray that the RCMP have a good handle on things. Literally all we can do. On a lighter note, because I can't keep crying, I was watching Moonshiners last night, and Digger said he was as stressed as a long-tailed cat in a senior citizen home full of rocking chairs. That's funny. Little Mama, thanks for being here. Same with everybody. I think we're all right there with you. And I think most of us desperately want clarity so we can move past the lies. Hey, Joe. So Ron Mexico was here earlier. They were also here last night. I think it was last night or maybe the stream before, but they said that the whole bus driver's wife having her child on the quad out searching with her was debunked. And I asked for just kind of a receipt to that, and I didn't get a response. So until that day happens, I believe the bus driver, his wife, had their child with them, and I believe that possibly could be where that boot print on the pipeline came from. Did I say hi to you, Joe? I think so. They need to at least talk to the public more transparency. Hey, Barb, thanks for being here. You've been keeping your eye out in New Brunswick. Respect works both ways, and it's unusual that he has openly talked to you, Charmaine. Has Malaya reached out to you? No. Please don't forget that even though many people were talking to Daniel back in May, I had asked him for permission to share some of our conversation back in May, and that went completely sideways. Okay, so Daniel, I think, and we talked about that too, and he understood that I had, and he didn't either. Neither one of us had any idea the snowball effect that those screenshots would have. But this social media fiasco kind of started with his messages to me. So it's not that we've been talking the entire time after that happened. There was probably 3.5, 4 months went by where I wasn't messaging him much, but he was not responding to me at all. And then I can't recall what sparked him responding to me again. It was when I went on my own channel. And he had said that he'll talk to me, but he wants to do it on a phone call. And then the phone call, he said he didn't want it recorded. And that was fine. And we had a conversation. And then since that time, he's been more open. But to me, Colburn, it's because I'm not bombarding him with questions constantly. Do you know what I'm saying? I was getting information and I have brought it out on my channel, but I haven't told everybody where the information was coming from because automatically it gets dismissed. And I never put anything out as fact anyway, so I was okay doing that. But it's very long and still to this day a process to build any kind of trust back and forth, right? Of course he doesn't trust that one day I'm not going to put all the screenshots up. And of course I don't trust that he's telling me the truth all the time. It's definitely a two-way street. You're right there. So, and I mean, as far as openly talk to me, again, like I have no idea if he's being open and honest with me. I don't know. But Malaya, no, not at all. I think it was, I could be wrong, but I think it was taken by the RCMP. I hope your wife is doing well, Joe. Thanks for being here. Shar, do you have a breakdown of the times of the individual trips that Boss Man gave Sunny? She supposedly released in her stream last night. Can you share? I do not have that information. I can get it, but Sunny is working, so I can't get it right now, but I can get it. She said it was given to her last year and she didn't put it up because there was no kids there. She did. I was accusing Daniel of illing the kids, and he spoke to me in numerous times in private. So he will talk, not unusual. He talks to a lot of people. I don't think right now he does, but he does talk to a lot of people. Anything else? Hey, wait. Is it true that there's only 100 people living in Nova Scotia? No. I keep having recurring dreams that Jack and Lily are in a basement. In domestic violence case with domestic dispute and/or child custody issues, it is standard procedure for law enforcement to collect belongings. I have seen it hundreds of times. Thank you, Ginger. Seen that too, Shar, that Ron Mexico always making opinionated comments that are debunked by facts. Gosh, I remember Melissa saying that debunking versus factual claims, and it shut him up. Okay, like I didn't know. Like if if it's been debunked that she had her child with her, then bring it on. But I know Janie said that Janie's the one that said it. So there is no debunking it unless Ron Mexico is also calling Janie a liar. The Pokemon princess, Daniel only talks to people he can manipulate with his stories. The girls love him for it. Does that mean you think that I can be manipulated? Think again. Charmaine, Belinda searched with her sister. Perhaps she might recount things that others have missed. In what sense? And you are not ridiculing him or nor slandering him, so maybe that's why he talks to you. Daniel and I go way back on social media. Charmaine, it was my friend talked to the bus driver's wife, and RCMP spoke to her 2 to 3 times. Good to know. Malaya doesn't give those Christmas stockings back to Belinda. I'm officially changing the way I feel about her. Just saying. I've heard that dream so many times. No offense to you. I have too. Other channels are attacking him greatly because he has been in the public eye. Too bad Malaya is silent because that silence is making her look like an innocent victim to many. In your opinion, she's not. I have my own opinions, but I mean, I truly have no idea. I don't know. Um, my chat just totally jumped, you guys. I haven't seen what? Okay, I've asked that too. Ginger still doesn't tell us much about day one. CDB law enforcement would have contacted CPS on day one for a history report. Uh, am I an idiot to hope these babies are alive? There's always hope. Like I said, I have my own opinions, my own beliefs, but I never disparage anyone from having reasonable hope. Little Mama, I think Daniel messed this case up than helping with all the lie. So you think that he hurt the case more than helped. I get that. Charmaine door frame rooms, well, etc. I always look at everything at a house. Well, according to DT, Janie won't allow Daniel to take pictures of inside the house to share. So there's that. Malaya called me at 3:32. I didn't answer because Janie and Justin, were talking to a lady on her four-wheeled with a child. Ron, Mexico, this was out of Janie's mouth. Yeah. I missed Wire's comment, so though I love to let people have their back and forth respectfully, I'm not going to show that, Michelle, just because I missed the comment to go with it. Has there been any update on the redacted info yet? No. The people who stand behind this parents are staying behind people who neglected and abused the kids, my opinion. I don't know that, well, I can't say, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I am not standing behind these parents because I do agree with you. But what I am doing and saying is that I don't have the information or the proof to be able to say Daniel did something or Malaya did something. Somebody did something and somebody knows where these kids are in whatever condition that is. Somebody knows. I do not. I do not want to have to possibly look somebody in the eye one day and apologize for accusing them of horrendous things if it turns out that they're innocent. I don't want to be that person. I am human and I have my own thoughts and my own opinions. But to me, that doesn't make it my right to spew them negatively all over the internet. Just my opinion. Just the way I am. I don't want to be that person. Do you think the RCMP are close to solving what happened to Jack and Lily? I do. I do. I think Daniel really loved her, and so he covered for her. But at what point would that love die? Would it be when she made decisions that allowed Meadow to be taken into CPS custody and to be in foster care? I don't know. Have the RCMP questioned Malaya new boyfriend? I don't know. I mean, they're all really great questions, but really, how would we know? There were no charges of abuse nor neglect. The kids are missing, and there is no evidence of a crime as of yet. I disagree with that. Completely disagree with that because they're not in the woods. And wandering into the woods is literally the only non-criminal event that led to the kids' disappearance. The only one, Mariska. So the fact that the kids are still missing and they're not in the woods is arguably evidence of crime. I do believe everyone on the property that day know what happened or where they are. These two beautiful children did not wander off in the cold. Yeah. They just didn't. And we looked at the search area yesterday in the document, and you guys go into the document, pull it up. We looked at it, just a huge search area, and they were out there. I mean, there's no telling what time they actually went missing, but if we take their word for it and they went missing, what, about 20 to 10? They were out there within the hour searching. They wouldn't have been missed. But then add 150 trained professional searchers to that. And then 75 more of them for 2 days, 10 days later. And then please bring me home with family and volunteers and trained professional searchers and dogs. They're not in the woods. Not a trace of them. Nothing. That's a failure on the RCMP part, Miska. Neglect was obvious. Both guilty and know what happened. It's possible. Exactly. It is better to wait on the evidence than to slander people. The damage that ugly words cause is. And, right? Totally different justice systems, you guys. In the United States, absolutely. And that people say they should bring them into an interrogation room and not let them out. In the States, absolutely, that would happen. That just doesn't happen here. I'd be interested to know if it is a kin placement or a foster placement. Foster. You keep me hopeful, Shar, and I appreciate that. Some days I feel like we're going to be here 3 years from now. I hope not. I hope not. Why did Mandy Jodry step into the limelight? I haven't seen her in the limelight. I know who you're talking about, but I'm not going to talk about her. I do too. Sign that petition. Let's start with the Amber Alert reform, guys. Melissa, thanks for being here. Yes, they sure would know what prescriptions Malaya picked up from town on May 1st. They would have all that information. Remain no Gerlach Road photos of the children. Mean surveillance photos? I know. They would have hollered help and would have been heard. I agree. I agree. I haven't seen Seawood for a while. It's been 7 months. Come on, this is another Summer Wells case. It won't be solved, unfortunately. Bubbles. Hope. It's a beautiful thing. And excruciatingly deflating when you realize that the hope is gone, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. And you seem like the type of person that says, I'm a realist, but it's okay to have hope, even if you don't truly believe it. We're not talking about that until we have to talk about that. Cindy, there are no charges. That's why I put in quotes. CPS would have gathered data supporting neglect and followed through with a plan for Meadow, which they did. I know she's been in here, but I want to know where she's at now. Okay. Well, yeah. That's okay, Bubbles. I understand, but maybe if you pretend, then it won't be so heavy and gloomy. All right, then. But may have missed if you have been asked this. Do you or have you talked to Malaya? No. I do have contact with people in Malaya's circle, but again, you guys, I'm not the one that's gonna bombard these people with questions, and I think that's why when I do ask them something or request something, I get a response. But I haven't even tried for a while. I messaged Malaya. There was some kind of a group made on Facebook, and it was for the sole purpose for Malaya to speak to us in. And I think it was right after the Janie one. And the Janie clips were very carefully guarded until somebody, which I know who it was now, but somebody started leaking them. And that, I think, kind of gave Malaya a little bit of comfort knowing that she could talk in a group and not have everything released to the public right away. But she pulled out like within the day. So there was a voice clip that I had sent in that group, and she did react to it, and then we were just kind of put on hold, and we realized that it wasn't going to happen. So then outside of that group, I sent her just information that I thought she should have. And then it was a couple months later, Sunny had been speaking to Cheryl Christine, I believe. And through that connection, Malaya started talking to Sunny, and I think that lasted for a day. And she did go through all of those messages the conversation she had with Malaya. But no, and to be quite honest with you, I have not tried to reach out to Malaya in months. It is strange. I cannot understand why nobody is sticking up for her. Why is nobody speaking for Malaya? Why is nobody from that side of the family speaking for Jack and Lily? You live in Durwood. What the fuck is going on over there? Where that is okay with them. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Unsubstantiated rumors. How long have you been got? An hour and 43, but I've been a mess, so don't even go back, Squid. It's all good. Mind you, there are some pictures and stuff that Daniel shared, and very sad stuff with some Christmas stockings. Super discouraged because it's been 7 months, but I haven't lost hope that answers will come, praying it's sooner than later. Yeah, you guys, if you want to help with Christmas hampers, you can e-transfer or use PayPal. I heard in a channel that Malaya was at the doctor getting tests, insinuating what happens sometimes when people cheat and would require them to get tests done. Do we know if this is speculation? I mean, it's all speculation unless you hear it from Malaya. So I would say 100% speculation. All right. Can you guys see what's on the screen? Let's zoom it in. I'm sorry. I'm a space cadet today. Give me a break. That's all I'm going to say about that. A good friend of mine works with Malaya's mom, and she doesn't even mention it at work, never says a word. It's bizarre. The RCMP in Canada does have body cam. STD testing? Maybe. I never was that person either, but let's wait and see. I have so many opinions on their lifestyle and neglect, but right now I just want them found. And I truly, like, just me, like, I mean, it's clear there was neglect and CPS issues, and I think that is abundantly clear. I truly do. But do you want to waste a charge? You know what I'm saying? Probably wouldn't even get jail time in Canada for that kind of stuff. So we need to understand that there has to be something much bigger at play here. And the RCMP, to me, my own opinion, their main goal and focus has got to be to find Jack and Lily and figure out what happened to them, what caused this disappearance. And if not charging them with neglect or anything else is going to help them get there faster, it's a big ask to ask anybody in Nova Scotia to trust the RCMP. That's just kind of what I'm doing. One big ass hug to you. Thank you. Bev, I'll zoom it in. Been thinking about it and wondering if there was more to the story and why it would be said, unless it had something to do with what happened, the supposed argument between Malay and Daniel. Hmm. So that just answered my question right there. I know exactly who he's talking to. Yeah. Universal Law Truth. Oh, love it. Why did Malaya's mother report her to CPS after she left Daniel, not before? Why? Do you know? No. And I don't know that she didn't report them before, right? Like, we don't know if she had a hand in the CPS case. Um, the fact, like, we know that they had a U-Haul trailer rented to go pick up Malaya and the kids back in February. We know that there were bruises noticed in December. And like I was saying, like as a grandma, I couldn't imagine witnessing something like that on my grandchild and not doing something about it. What I mean is if you're gonna charge somebody and what's the right word? I'm probably not gonna use the right word, but please try to understand where I'm going. When you charge somebody with an offense, like neglect or whatever, you're going to alienate that person to probably a very, very, very huge degree. They're not going to talk to you anymore about anything, especially on something that they probably wouldn't even go to jail for. They'd just be, but especially these guys, probably just be pissed off and shut down completely. Whereas I believe that they've built up this rapport with Daniel and probably Malaya. I don't know about Janie, but and if charges are brought for what happened to Jack and Lily, you can bet that there will be additional charges, right? Just because it's not happening as fast as we want it to, I think that there's a bigger plan. I think that I think that the main focus is finding out what happened to Jack and Lily. I think. My opinion, Wire. Thanks for being here. Right, it'll be a slap on the wrist and you'll shut them up. I mean, I heard the same thing, Tiger. That doesn't make it true. Had a question. It wasn't a statement. Either way, at doctors talking about tests that would have something to do with a cheating boyfriend? Question. Not starting a rumor. Oh, yeah. Long game, I heard that. Why do people I mean, let's be real. Like, if Daniel was being honest about those polygraph test questions and everybody was asked those 4 basic questions, they're not basic, but bizarre questions. I mean, a polygraph exam should be based on the statements that were given to corroborate them. Do you know what I mean? That it just doesn't make sense to me. None of it makes sense to me. All right, guys. So these are some notes jotted down by a friendly viewer who had questions. We can get rid of myself here. Malaya Wednesday went from Bible Hill to Access, Nova Scotia to get her plate. Then they went to the Ultramar in Millbrook, which is now a Shell station. And then to Walmart in Truro. They stopped at High Grade. Or, okay, this is very strange to me. I've seen it before and it's still strange to me. So the DMV at 3:18 back to pick up Daniel, Jack, and Lily, and at 7:54 went to Walmart. Hmm. Let me did you guys watch Daphne earlier? With the timeline? Did you guys get to see that? Let me find because maybe that will help what I'm trying to do. I'm so friggin' disorganized today. DAPHNE'S. And then they were digging into this timeline spreadsheet that they built, and I think that it was well done. Obviously, of course it was. But where the hell is it? Just because if I can show this for a few minutes, we could probably round up the information that I want to cover a little bit quicker. If that's okay with you guys. Be about 10 minutes or so, I think. It shouldn't be too bad, you guys. I mean, they did good work. Her and Shenanigans, they did really great on this timeline, as usual. We're gonna watch it just for what the hell? Just for a few minutes. And like I said, this timeline will probably help my sporadic trying to explain what the questions were with the viewer that sent in those notes. If that makes sense. I'm gonna mute myself and here we go. If you haven't already, go check out Daphne and Shenanigans, both of their channels, and sub up. Yeah, we will find their links and put them in the chat.
day. Starting to get ridiculous. Especially when mama doesn't speak. All right,
Yeah.
let's remove. Let's see. I'm gonna add it to stage. Hey, I'm gonna remove myself. Tell me if you can hear me. That way, if we remove both of us, we can actually blow it up a little bit larger. And because I can't see it at all. Well, I will be able to see it actually. Let me see. Give me just a second. I'm gonna expand my page, but I won't be able to see chat. That's all. Here, let me look on my phone. I can see chat if I'm on my phone, but I can only see it in the vertical, I think. Go ahead, yeah.
So we're gonna go to April 30th. So that was the Wednesday before the children disappeared. So we know the kids weren't in school. And as I said, this is kind of a compilation of sources. So we have various YouTube channels. So thank you to Sunny on It's a Crummy Shame. We also have some information from Hidden in the Fog, some news clippings from CTV, CBC, and obviously the official court documents released as well. So we have that on Wednesday, they started off their day when they left at the Circle K in Alma where they got gas. And but somebody also said that they went to the Irving Oil in Westville. So I'm in the middle of trying to figure out, I believe they're both Irving gas stations, but one's technically Westville and one's Alma. And you'll see that there's a lot of conflicting information as we go through, depending on who said the information, whether it was Malaya or Daniel or Janie.
Absolutely.
So we have that they arrived at Patty's at 2:01 to start their laundry. Then they went to the Access Nova Scotia for their plates, and that was in Truro Heights. And that was at 3:18, and that's when Daniel stayed with the kids. Now, the source should actually say official RCMP documents, but I put that as a note so that we can get a feel for what the situation was. So Daniel's staying with the kids at Patty's. And we also know that at some points, the kids got a black eye at Patty's from the Tonka truck. And I put a question mark next to the time, but it didn't happen at Walmart, and it didn't happen when they went somewhere else. And when they went to Patty's later on, as you'll see, to return the card, they left from there to go home. So
absolutely.
We have, so Lily gets her black eye, and we are, with deductive reasoning, guessing that that's when Daniel was alone with the kids at Patty's. Then they went to the Ultramar at Millbrook for some gas. Millbrook was also the location for the high-grade Mary Jane store where they got the vape. And then they went to Walmart, and they were seen on CCTV or closed circuit television at the Walmart officially from 7:54 to 8:48. Then there is a gap in the Google timeline, Google Maps timeline. They went somewhere after 8:48, between 8:48 and 9:19 when they arrived at Patty's to return her card that they used. They then leave from Patty's and arrive home at approximately 10:30, between 10:15 and 10:30. And we had Janie confirming that back in a chat in July, but it also came out in the documents for the court documents. Then we get on to the day before the disappearance, so May 1st, and we have that Malaya reported them absent through the app at 6:18 a.m. that day. And then we have Malaya that said the kids got up and came into the bedroom. Meadow was already up and in bed with Malaya. Sorry, this is from Daniel. They got up and headed out to get the kids breakfast. So one question I had was, did they leave the house to go and get breakfast? That was a curious statement because it says they got up and headed out to get the kids breakfast, but maybe that was just out of the bedroom.
Yeah,
Um,
let me say something. So, oops, excuse me, I'm sorry. So this was Friday, correct?
Thursday. This is
This was
Thursday. We're still on Thursday.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you want to add in, because she has her alarm set at 6 and then like a snooze button, and then she wakes up at 6:15, and at 6:17 on Thursday, she checked the children, Jack and Lily, out of school. At 6:18, okay, so this one would be 6:17, and the next one would be 6:18.
The next day, you mean?
Yeah, so on
Okay.
Friday, I believe it was 6:18. Jane, thank you so much for gifting a membership, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
The officer who was interviewing Malaya at the time. So Malaya said she tidied the house, looked after the kids. She said she scrolled through her phone at one point because she was overstimulated. She had blood work in the afternoon in New Glasgow, and she and Daniel went with all the kids. They drove her 2017 Nissan Pathfinder, and they went to the big stop for gas. And she thought that they may have gotten the kids bagels at Tim Hortons. Daniel stayed in the car when she got the blood work, and then they went to Starbucks drive-through before going home. So it's important to remember that Malaya was interviewed 3 times throughout different days, as was Daniel, as was Janie. So you'll see various different accounts for different things and different times, and this is how we all got confused. So
Absolutely.
this is how it's broken down when you take every conversation and every single thing that was said that I have record of, and that Daphne's Case Files has had record of, and stuff that we've seen. This is how it comes together, which is why it's confusing.
Oh,
So
mic off for a minute.
yeah,
They're getting the snow off the roads, plowing. So it's kind of yeah. I don't know why you guys hear scraping.
Hi, yes, ma'am. Thanks for going in my chat. I appreciate you guys. So yes, Janie in the Jack and Lily's Army chat, which was something that was going on back in the day. She said the family went into town around lunchtime. And then she told the MP that throughout the day, the kids were playing in the yard, playing throughout the day, and that she had given them snacks. So that's why it says throughout the day. Then we get into the juicy stuff. So here we have, there was a witness that stated that they saw Malaya, Daniel, Lily, Jack, and Meadow at Carson's house between 11:30 and 12:30.
Yeah.
Then we have the witness, Edmund Dixon, sees Daniel, and we're not sure, in the parking lot of the Dollarama. Now, we know that he said he didn't specifically see Jack and Lily, that they were, he just heard children or heard people in the car. However, we know from, as we carry on looking, that time doesn't work out because they were seen on closed circuit television during a different time. So, but the witness tells our CMP that that's when he saw Daniel and Co. in parking lot, Dollarama. So at 12:07 that day, Daniel said he received a text from Malaya about McDonald's toys. And he said he may have been outside playing in the yard with Jack and Lily when she sent those messages.
Shan.
Yes.
Sorry. Wolfie, I can see you.
Oh my Lord. It's a miracle.
Oh my gosh. I can see him in your chat. B.
Oh, I can see him. I can see him too. Hi, Wolfie.
He said
Good to see you.
Yeah, he contacted YouTube. It's so weird. B in Florida asked, was that Jordan's house? See, it's very iffy there, right?
The witness
You want-
says that it was at Jordan's house, that she saw them
Mhm.
at Jordan's house. We don't have any confirmation from RCMP about that. There seems to be some discrepancy between what the witness states and what Jordan and Malaya and Daniel have said. So again, this is a compilation of many different sources to try to get an idea of what was going on around that time. So yes. Just tell me to be quiet whenever you need me to. Daniel received that text message. He said that he may have been playing outside at the time at 12:07. And then according to Malaya, to Sunny, as well as based on the Google Maps timeline, the family left the house at 12:10. And we have that Malaya was getting blood work. We haven't figured out whether, which I would really like to know, whether the blood work was at the Westville Medical Center, which is attached to the Lawtons, or if it was at the Aberdeen Hospital. If we could get clarification on that, that would probably open up a can of worms.
Can of worms.
opinion.
Absolutely. So was where she did the blood work, was it by the Lawtons?
Yes, so the Westville Medical Center, I believe Nova told me this, is attached to the Lawtons, right?
Yeah.
They're all in the same vicinity, like they're very, very close together, like across the street. The McDonald's is right around there too. And the Aberdeen Hospital, they're all very close to each other. So, but you'll see why it matters when we go on, because there's a visit to Lawtons later on at 2:48. So we're getting there. So Daniel confirms this as well in his court documents, where he says that they all went to Malaya's blood work appointment, but that's redacted, but we presume it's blood work appointment, and got there around 12:50. And Malaya went to get blood work and he stayed in the car with the kids, and all three kids were sleeping.
Yep.
So it was quiet. Then we have, I have a question to myself, because we can confirm, and I'm sure the RCMP have confirmed when she left her appointment and when they arrived at Dollarama. So we have a gap of from 1:27 p.m. to 1:53 p.m. where I'm asking the universe, where was the family between the end of Malaya's blood work, which they left at 1:27, and when the family were seen on CCTV at the Dollarama at 1:53. So we have a gap there.
Yeah, Sunshine said, yeah, see, that's weird too with that gap. She says they don't do blood work at the hospital or at the Westville Medical Center. You get blood work done over by the McDonald's. And I know Nova was talking about the one, oh my gosh.
The medical center, sorry. So maybe there is a medical center attached to the Lawtons. Is that what Sunshine is saying? Because I can't see that chat right now.
Yeah, she just,
And that's very interesting. I'm not going to take away from the ladies, but going to leave that there for now. And that's kind of that is kind of the videos that I had, and I'm going to take some time to download them to show you. However, we've been told that there are no pictures allowed of inside the trailer. Well, Birdie just dropped some in my inbox. I'm going to show them, but just know that I don't know for sure that any of these are the bedroom, but kind of just to show the condition of the house, what looks to me to be around last Christmas. No reason why we shouldn't, right? We should be able to see, my opinion. Let me I'm gonna open them all. So I share my screen. So if you guys want me to zoom in anywhere, I can zoom in. Yeah, right. Share screen. So here's one. We can see the wood stove. I'm quite sure that that's not a bedroom, but that sure is a bed frame. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Next photo. Let's do this one. Kitchen. Wood stove in the living room. Remember, Belinda explained that it sits quite far out from the center of the room. And I asked about something that was said there, and now we can drop it. Yeah, you guys just move on. Oh, that's looks like quite a bit of, oh, you guys, it doesn't just work? What? I have to reshare my screen every time? Doesn't even make any sense. Oh well, here we go. I was zooming in on the kitchen picture. It's tidy, yeah. Yeah, it does. It looks tidy. Lot of medications, it seems like. Toaster oven, neato. Interesting. That looks kind of like a recliner of some kind in the kitchen. That's also, why is it so small? Interesting. Y'all see that? Medication on microwave, yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I zoom over? Cannot zoom over. That does look like I know this is probably children's vitamin gummies. I've got something that looks like this, and it's like hair, skin, nails, and they're gummies. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to look at? Is that a child safe? Gren, I will not give up my source. What is that? But anyways, that looks kind of like a child safe thing, but why would it be on the very top like that? That's a little odd. And the only other odd thing that I see is the recliner in the kitchen. A little bizarre. above the fridge. Well, there's no fridge photo, but yeah, above the range, the hood fan, that to me looks like it could be a child safe lock of sorts. I don't have a picture of the fridge. What are you guys talking about? The other picture? This one. Of course, I have to reshare it. Just hang on. Tripping my way through here. Looking. Oh, is that the fridge through there? Well, what a nice little homemade shelving unit. And that's not entirely tidy, I guess. Obviously, a picture of the shelving unit, though. What are those pictures of? I don't see any other child safe locks. Can't get a clear view of the fridge, but there's no cupboards on top of the fridge. Oh, nice. Is Belinda in here? No, there's a fridge pic in the series from my recollection. Okay. Have you seen these before, Dewey? Wow, what a difference. Yeah. Um, so like I said, this picture clearly is, around Christmas time, I suspect last year. It's good and snowing outside. But it does look relatively clean. This picture said, yes, that's my kid on the table. That looks like little Jack. Um, and let's face it, if things went downhill, would it be because of something like depression? I don't know. With no other locks anywhere else. That's strange. I agree, Nancy. And I meant to say hi to Shirley and anybody else coming in who fucked up. Who fucked up? Let's rewind. I don't know. Who fucked up? Did I fuck up? Should I be worried? Mm, there's one on the lower cabinets in the photo with the shelf. Okay. Whew. What are you guys talking about? Wasn't Malaya and her family sitting in the kitchen pretty much all day on May 2nd? Tim Hortons coffee cups and all? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Jocasta, I don't know who it is, and I have a feeling it's Durwood or somebody, in Durwood's camp. Um, I don't think anybody here fucked up. So I never understand what exactly, like, he comes in here to, I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Like I said, we're not doing anything wrong. Michelle in the living room too, because Malaya was sitting there with the baby on her chest and fell asleep. When I get extremely depressed, I can't do anything around the house. And just imagine you're extremely depressed for months on end. It's okay, I fucked up too. Whatever. Whatever I did, I'm shaking in my boots. Told Darwood I said hi. Yeah, depression, chronic pain, or anything of the sort will destroy motivation to do housework or to give a shit about what your surroundings look like, you know. So if the children were climbing on the counters for food, they could easily get at medications there. Yeah, but would they? I didn't know my comment was removed. I don't know why. I don't know. We generally speaking don't remove comments, we remove people. We only remove people who are crazy pants and disrespectful. What did Bonnie say? What did Bonnie say? Belligerent troll? Is that Jocosted? I don't know. I mean, I was given permission to show these, so I don't know. Oh, that flash on yours too? Anyways, I said I never saw locks on the kitchen cabinet so high. Yeah, no, I don't think it was removed because I highlighted it because yeah, I was saying I've never either, especially when there's nothing um on the cupboards below. But then Cindy said in the one photo, let me pull it up. Where'd it go? Was that, oh, is that what happened? Oh, look what I can do, you guys. Neato. Cindy said in this one, there was, oh, there, look, yeah, yeah, right there. Boom, right there. Yeah. Okay. Was it, who was it? Was it Jocosted? Who is Jocosted? In my opinion, locks up high or containing things that children should not have access to. That's true. That could be the cupboard. The first two were a few months before renos took place before the kids went missing. I wish I knew, you guys. I have no idea when they were taken. Let me check. Let me check the metadata. Great night. Great night, guys. Let me see if I can try to download a different way to get the original metadata. Just give me half a sec. No, unfortunately not. No way to know. No way to know. Jack is not that small in the pic of him on the table, so must be like last year. That's true. Was these pictures taken when Janie lived there? Just an opinion? Well, maybe, but I don't think What happened to the trash cans in the kitchen and the L-shaped couch in the living room? Do these pictures look, other than the condition, but does this look like the same kitchen to you, Belinda? Like, are these in fact that trailer? Do you think, in your opinion? Speculation allegedly only? Because there's a lot of prescriptions. I mean, they don't necessarily look like prescriptions. They do look like medication. Could be Tylenol, like I said, multivitamins, a bunch of shit. No telling what it is. Looks like some meat sauce. I'm just looking for signs of children other than the lock on the cupboard, but like maybe when Daniel's other kids were small, maybe it's from when Janie lived there. Maybe. Maybe. And then this does look like Jack. I think that's pretty safe to say that's Jack. Bottle warmer on the counter. All right, let me. So correct me if I'm wrong. Where's the other one? They're obviously not taken in even remotely the same time frame, but yeah, you're right. There's the bottle warmer right there. If we look at that counter space between the stove and the fridge, and then we look at this counter space, doesn't even look like the fridge is pulled up to the counter there, but much different. I could be wrong, but I think most cool kids prefer the air fryers to the toaster ovens. And I don't know Millie at all or Daniel, but they don't seem the type to make big batches of soup to need a humongous soup pot. I think this may be when Janie lived there. Anyways, I'm waiting for Belinda to answer. It does look like the same place because the tree is the same. Okay. Maybe. Daniel's, I mean, I shouldn't say, but Daniel's kids seem to have much darker hair. And this little boy, and I mean, it's dark, I get it, but that doesn't, I don't know, doesn't look like really super. And I don't think they live there. Christy and Daniel didn't live at this trailer. They didn't. You're talking about the outside tree, Linda? Could that pic of the Christmas tree be taken from the L part of the couch? I mean, we have no idea, you guys. Yeah, I mean, here's the fire wood stove mantle here, and the coffee table is here. So, I mean, you could reasonably say that there's a couch on this side, an L couch going like this. I mean, we don't know. I don't think that picture to me looks like it was a picture of a shelving unit that somebody recently built, I think. Mr. Hemi, that is dark. I have a soup pot like that, and I don't go anywhere near roadkill. They are Halloween towels, you betcha. What car is outside? It is a snow-covered something. With the broiler oven on the stove with the stock pot, that could be an old photo because remember when the kids disappeared, there was an old stove. Yeah. Yo, what's up? Mr. Costed still here? I think Explore got rid of them. I mean, they can come in here, but I mean, just explain what you mean. Just don't come in here and be all weird and then say you fucked up. Like, okay. Whatever you say. Could be Daniel's or Ron's wife. It could be, but again, how did I fuck up? How did any of you fuck up? Give me a break. Say hi to Durwood for me. I don't see no tables and chairs, just my. Yeah, and we saw pictures of Jack and Lily doing crafts in the kitchen, and there's, the garbage cans and stuff in the. Is that a spoiler on a car like you would have on like an old Civic or something? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. It's impossible to know. It's impossible to know. Certainly not the same gap between the fridge and the countertop, so it was moved for some reason. Who knows what's going on? Who knows? Just, very interesting find today. Thank you so much for sending those off to me. Doesn't give us any information about the closets. I mean, I think that we can substantiate that Wade does indeed have a daughter named Kiki. But what we don't know and what people are failing to ask is for any kind of proof to those allegations. Like anything else, they're just kind of running with it. Oh, look, that's not an L couch. Not at all. And these are very old tables, and that is definitely a bed frame. It almost looks like this is move-in time or something. I don't know. What do you think? Another one. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, I don't see closets either, but again, this isn't a full rundown of the entire house, right? Just general. I wonder if the person buzzing me now is trying to tell me. Oh, you guys, it's Darius's auntie. It's Darius's auntie. Just let me answer her. And with that, I know we were going to watch videos of the root, but I think no, that's not an L-shaped couch. I know, that's what I said. I think this is quite important. I would like to go and talk to Darius's auntie, and it'll give me an opportunity as well to put together the video of the shorter clips that I have of the routes that Daniel and Malia could have taken on the 30th, what Daphne and Shenanigans were discussing, and it'll kind of help me get my ducks in a row. Like I said, today just completely got away with me or for me, and it was a extraordinarily emotional day, and I just want everybody to be okay and feel like you can share your thoughts and opinions here respectfully and come here for just kind of a sounds silly to say, but a safe space, right? Nobody's going to be thrown out of here unless you're an asshole. So Kiki is not related? No idea. Like I said, I don't not believe her, but I question how she would know other than Wade. And even that, I would question how Wade would know. There's just, I have questions before I'm just going to run and say that a child was hung upside down as a car seat in a closet in a trailer. I'm not going to run with that information unless receipts are given to me. Right? So, where's this last one? There were a number of people who did little tributes and stuff on Facebook and YouTube, and I wish I could show them all, but the one that I thought was the cutest was this one. I put it on my thumbnail. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So make sure you guys check out that document, okay? Food hamper stuff way over in the corner there. PayPal, e-transfer, whatever works for you if you want to help out. And all my love and prayers go out to all of you, but Belinda today, our thoughts are with Daniel as well. It's B. What's B? I believe the Kiki is Wade's daughter, but like I said, I have questions. They don't, but to come in here and say you fucked up and then leave, it smells like Durwood to me. Don't come in here and defend. Not interested. Have fun plowing tomorrow. Thank you for getting us through this evening. It's probably going to get tougher with Christmas on its way. And there's hope. There is always hope. There's always hope. Okay. Anyways, go check out the document, go through it, listen to the discrepancies, click the links, look at the pictures, do your thing. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Belinda, as always. And my mods, you're all awesome. And have a terrific night, everybody. And thank you for the gifts again, Jane and Wanods. Sorry. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.
We're going down a rabbit hole.